fucking right. Let's go. I hate when they do that stupid ass shit. Okay. Boy, I swear. This is why I'm going live early. Because they get on my nerves with that dumb ass shit. Anytime I try to ask somebody myself, see, look at that shit. What the fuck? Why? Okay. We not about to play with you, Facebook, bitch. Discard post. Okay, go live. Let's see if this works. That's crazy. They just won't let me tag people. That's some bullshit. Y'all come on in. Let me share the live while I'm up here playing and shit. Y'all come on in, share the live, share the live, share the live. Y'all already know what time it is. It's the early Couch Chronicles. The fuck? Fuck you mean? I'm trying to share the live a little bit. But let's go. Let's go. Okay, let me keep sharing it real quick. Oh, let me play a song for y'all while I'm sharing the live. Then I'll keep on playing this bass. Don't judge me. Y'all already know what time it is. If you haven't already heard my single Appreciate, check out Appreciate. It's on all digital platforms. Go run that video up. Go run that fucking video up. I'm gonna keep on sharing the live. Make sure y'all share the live, share the live, share the live.
Appreciate the hood, cause it taught me how to hustle. Went through some hard times when I was down in my knuckles. I appreciate the ones who stuck around, just know I love you. I appreciate the long days in the trap. Appreciate the road every time I made it back. I appreciate the hard tan in that white. A nigga play with me, he don't appreciate his life. Don't appreciate his road. And I appreciate the things that I've been through, cause it shaped me to be who I am. And I promise it's the truth. And I'm a business, I'll be counting my days, cutting off a couple niggas and continue to make my moves. Yeah. I got shit that I gotta do. Play with me, then you are a fool. Keep playing with me, you gonna be lame. See, I'm tryna be nice, but you keep passing my gates and my baby. Something ain't right with this picture I see. So I cut you off, took you my energy. You say you love me, then why is there peace? Don't need you in my life, just wait and you'll see. I appreciate the money, cause I grew up in the struggle. Appreciate the hood, cause it taught me how to hustle. Went through some hard times when I was down in my knuckles. I appreciate the ones who stuck around, just know I love you. I appreciate the long days in the trap. Appreciate the road every time I made it back. I appreciate the hard tan in that white. A nigga play with me, he don't appreciate his life. Don't appreciate his life. Come with me, you better come with some respect. Some respect. In my feelings, I'm just telling you respect. If it's you, you got animosity. I'm not tripping, but you gon' respect me. I'm not stressing what you talking about. And if my head is come through,
This is when I usually get all my calls.
you keep on riding, but people come back and tell me what you can say. You got back, give him a Grammy. And I appreciate my real niggas, my family and friends. The struggle only made me just be greater within. I fuck around, I appreciate the money, cause I grew up in the struggle. Appreciate the hood, cause it taught me how to hustle. Went through some hard times when I was down in my knuckles. I appreciate the ones who stuck around, just know I love you. I appreciate them long.
Y'all already know what the deal is. Check out my new single. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Hey, what up, though? Let me put everything up because we about to get started. Let me make sure everything is off on my phone. There we go. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes. Let me make sure I turn you up good. There we go. I got people on. Hey, I see y'all on YouTube. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure you hit the like button. If you're watching on Facebook, make sure that you share the live.
Myself. Let me share it myself.
Yeah, let me share it. Let me share it a couple more times. Because I know people, they not used to me going live this early, but gotta get it done. You feel me? Make sure y'all share the live, share the live. It's all about love, support, good vibe, positive energy.
How your day been going so far, though?
Good. What about yourself?
I've been doing good, man. I've been chilling, reading a little bit,
Good.
talking a little bit.
You said reading?
Yeah.
What you reading?
Well, I was reading the Concise 48 Laws of Power, and then I was reading the biography of Napoleon.
Mm-hmm.
But I got like 10 more books I got to read, though. Like, I just bugged out in the library. I like to read, though.
Right. I love to read, too. Give me just 1 second. I'm almost done inviting people. Well, inviting as many as I can.
Facts. They got to come in and listen to what's going on.
Exactly. Now, I'm curious, what got you into reading these specific titles?
Well, really, I want to be like the modern day hood philosopher, really.
Okay.
That's like my dream, because to me, a lot of people look at me like, my mama, like, she like, I got face tattoo, neck tattoo, all types, you know what I'm saying? And I'm going to get some more, right? So the first thing she was saying was like, oh, you can't get a job, you can't get this. And like, in my mind, to me, I feel like that's unless it's like something that I can actually see that the image, a tattoo image with the face or the value, the brand name, it's kind of petty, because most jobs that people getting into, a tattoo really doesn't define what you're doing,
right,
or how well you're going to do it. So for me, it's like all about like knowledge. The more knowledge you have, the more you have to fight back and help people with. Because if you know nothing, you can't know how to fight or what to fight for or what you're fighting for, because you just don't have that awareness yet, you know?
That is so fucking true. Now, what opened your eyes to this? Man. First of all, before I go on, y'all, it's the Couch Chronicles and it ain't no fucking limits. Ooh,
right. Gotta have the introduction.
This is the Couch Chronicles and it ain't no fucking limits. Y'all know I do this every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday from 8 Central Time. Sometimes we go on a little early because it's things that go on in people's lives, and I'm able to do you early. Just make sure y'all tune in. If you don't get to watch the live and you're rewatching it right now, guess what? I appreciate you for coming back and rewatching the couch. Make sure you follow my guest. His information is scrolling on the back. If you want to support the couch, you can Cash App or PayPal. THA Real JANELL. It's all about love, support, good vibes, and positive energy. Hey, Robert.
I always wanted to be here, like when you did that. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's how I ain't gonna lie. It's like being on Sway in the Morning type shit. So
right.
No cap.
That's dope.
Yeah, for real.
That made me smile so hard because I'm like, yo, honestly, when people, sometimes I get people that be like, yo, you are such a great interviewer. I'm like I literally just did it. I never knew how to do this. It just happened, and I'm just so thankful because when I first met y'all, I didn't have a podcast. After I had met y'all, I had ended up in the hospital for 8 days. They held me hostage. They wouldn't let me go. They tried different medications on me that wasn't even out, and they made it to where I could never have kids again. And I was in there for a migraine. So when I got out, I was
After the
like,
show?
huh?
After the show?
It was like a week after.
Damn.
Yeah. So, after that, I got real depressed. I didn't know how to, handle life. I was like, I need therapy. So I started my podcast as a therapy, and it really like blew up after this. I've had so many different guests. I'm on my second season. The first season had 105 episodes.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I ain't even know that.
Yeah.
I just tuned in right after I had mentioned from the show, and I seen he was going consistent from then. Like,
Yeah.
just steadily dropping. So I can believe 105. Yeah, I can believe that.
Yeah, man, I really appreciate that because I literally I've only missed one day since I've started, and the only reason why I missed it is because I was my plane was delayed and I couldn't do it on the airplane. So
how did you get your schedule though? Like that's what I'm trying to. I want to get into that too. Like, but.
Okay.
Like how you had all your links and stuff ready to go. I'm slacking on stuff like that. So I'm like, okay, I want to see how you do that. Like, and then I know you already got regular life. So it's like, it was lit to see like, oh, I got this link for you. It's predated time. I'm like, oh, like, and I just like, and y'all.
I type all of it out. So I write all my questions the day. I just finished writing your questions like 30 minutes before.
I was about to say, because they don't even know this happened spur of the moment.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I got in on some, like, she just feeling cool today type shit. You feel me? Like, so the fact that she had the link and stuff, I'm like, it was like 30 minutes. Like, how you
Right. I was already ready. Look, as soon as you said yes, I said, let me start getting my work done. I started writing. I started cooking my baby's lunch. I started getting everything done. I'm real serious about this. Like, I love to do my podcast. I love to meet new people, and I love to ask questions. Because a lot of times, you never know. You might have a fan that's like, you know what? I really want to get to know him. I really want to get to know more about him. And he's giving me a good enough story in his music, but I want to know more. So, and I love that part about the podcast, to get to know more.
I hope I do got some fans, man.
Yeah.
People that at least like what I'm saying and trying to say.
Facts. Now, Rambo, is that what you go by as Rambo?
Yeah. Rambo, Bo. Everybody got something they want to call me.
All right. Now, why Rambo? What made you
I'm
come up
not
with that
gonna
name?
lie. The very first backstory of how I got that name is I was in school in Georgia, like when we first moved to Georgia and shit like that. And I was going to school, and I thought I wanted to be like super tough, so thought I was gonna get down with some niggas and shit. So I let these. I'm sorry, I don't like to say niggas, but sometimes I was acting like a nigga that day. So, you know what I'm saying? I let these niggas jump me, and you know what I'm saying? But like, I'm saying my brother made sure I know how to fight. You know what I'm saying? My family is all about self-defense. You know what I'm saying? Don't bully, but defend self. So I'm saying I let these three niggas jump me, and it's like, it's not as bad as they thought it was gonna be. So they're like, oh, you like Rambo out the movies. And I'm like, nigga, that's cool. But when I got home seeing my face, I'm like, shit, damn, like,
you want to know something crazy? One of my questions is, did you used to be a bully growing up?
No, actually, what's going to be crazy to a lot of people is I used to get bullied growing up, really. That's really why I'm so vocal. Like, when I say, like, self-defense, like, people that know me now, they would look at that like, me used to get bullied. Because, like, me, I'm like, they would say I'm like that. Because if I see something I don't like, I'm going to say it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't be bothering people in my presence. You can't be bullying people in my presence. Like, I got this from my brother, Cortez, and my homie named Lou. I'm not a bully, but I made myself an apex predator in the fact that I can bully all the bullies.
Right.
So if you feel as though you're going to bully somebody in my presence, then now you're going to be subjected to that same oppression you was trying to put them through. And I'm very happy to do that for you so you can have a very eye-opening lesson. You feel me? Because when I was growing up, bro, I wasn't tall. Like, I hit my growth spurt, like, hella late. Nobody was around to see it. So I was, like, already basically an adult. Like, so in high school, I'm fat, like 5'9", 250, going strong, heavy, you know what I'm saying? Getting bullied.
Damn, I was bigger than you. I was 300.
Man, bro, listen. I was going crazy, eating all the Twinkies, all the snacks.
Right. Hey, I had a fatitude back then, too.
That was me, like, and then, I don't know, like, that's really where it came from. Like, but see, a lot of people don't really have the thing where they can like snap out of the I'm gonna be a victim. Because to me, it wasn't like a victim mentality. It was like, dang, I'm a victim, but how can I not be? But a lot of people get pushed into, well, this is just who I'm be.
Right.
So that's where then that led me to let these niggas kick my ass so they can call me Rambo. So that's how I'm Rambo. Like, it's too much.
Damn.
Yeah,
So
man.
what did you do to get out of being bullied growing up?
Well, the first thing that I did at first, it was like a small progression. I started to read. I read a lot because, like, you get lost in your imagination, you get lost in your mind. You read books and you can be a superhero, you can be a doctor, you can be whoever you want to be. So then reading, it wasn't enough for me anymore. So then I started to write. And the first thing I did was like poetry, because everybody think poetry is a rhyme. So I used to poetry. Then I started to write stories, and then I was like, okay, I started to write about my life, and in all my stories, I wanted to be the hero. So I'm the hero in all my stories, right? But then in real life, it's like I'm not that. So it just was like a natural progression of I'm writing all these stories where I'm the main character and I'm fighting for other people and I want to save a whole nation, the whole world, but I can't even save myself. So it was just one day, it was just like, I just like, nah, you can't get off this time. And then it was a snowball effect. Like, once you do it, the first time you do it, and you get that feeling of, damn, like, bigger than me. We the same person. We the same thing.
Right.
It don't matter if you 6'2,000. As long as I had the same amount of courage to back up the same shit you talking, we the same thing.
Right.
And you like, oh, I got my cape now. I'm lit. You know what I'm saying? I'm lit. Big facts.
That's what's up. It's that's really. I'm not gonna say funny, but
shit. Funny is all types of shit.
It's eye opening, because especially for people who didn't know. You know what I'm saying?
That's why it's gonna be funny. That's why the first thing you said is funny. Like, I promise you, I sent this to a whole bunch of people, like, literally, and the people that I know gonna look at this and be like, they gonna laugh. I swear they gonna laugh.
Right.
And that's fine, but that's the type of reactions I want. Like, some people gonna laugh, some people gonna cry, some people might swipe away. It's fine, but the people I send it to, I know they first things they'll damn. Knowing this nigga now, like, it makes sense. They gonna laugh in the sense of like, that makes sense. You get what I'm saying? Like,
right.
It makes sense now. Why you act like that?
Facts. So, do you feel like you're a protector of all your friends and family?
You know what's crazy? When you see me in the live, I was speaking on that subject, like protector. In my opinion, it's impossible to protect. You can't. Protection is like a shelter of ignorance. You can protect in a sense, but it's not in the sense that we think. We can't protect in like physically being there all the time. I know that for a fact. I had to let go of that. Like, you know what I'm saying? I can't be there to physically protect you and stop everything bad from happening. Right. But do I feel like I help prepare everybody around me? Yes. Like, because that's what my mom did for me. Did she protect me from some things physically? Yeah. When you can't be there, when you a toddler, don't bust your head on the table. Yeah. But she prepared me to protect myself.
Right.
And like, you know what I'm saying? She prepared me to be aware of all the things and harms and good that's going to come to me. So right. I do feel like I do a good job of translating that, even though we all have our bad days, but that's part of knowing, like, when you have a bad day, that's part of being prepared, like preparing your people. Like, okay, look, you're going to have a bad day, I'm going to have a bad day. It's a lot of things, a lot of people, a lot of natural things out here that's going to harm us or help us. That, to me, that's protecting. To put that type of wisdom, not just the knowledge or the insight, but the wisdom to where you have that knowledge and be able to physically manifest it and use it.
Right.
I think, yeah, I do a good job at that.
Right. Are you the oldest in your family?
No. I got an older brother. Biologically, I have one older brother, but I do have two other kids that was basically adopted, hood adoption by mama, you know what I'm saying? She gave them a little blessing in the kitchen, right. Let them eat the chicken, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, so I have a couple older siblings, 3 older brothers, an older sister, and then I have a younger sister as well, and a younger brother.
Okay, so you like the kind of like the middle.
Yeah, basically.
Okay, what's your zodiac sign?
Aquarius.
Yeah. Okay, your birthday's coming up.
Yes, it is. Thank you.
Yeah. My daddy's birthday was yesterday.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, I sung happy birthday to Aquariuses yesterday, so happy birthday to you.
Appreciate you.
Yes,
I'm glad we
yes.
get some love,
Yeah, that's dope. That's dope. Y'all real deep. Um, Now y'all do be playing these Jedi mind tricks. I'm not even about to lie.
No, that's true. That's true. I can't lie. That's true.
But y'all
The
love
gift and the
hard,
curse.
and y'all love hard though, for real.
Yeah, that too.
For
That
real.
too.
And y'all don't want to do nothing but, even though sometimes it might come off wrong, you want the best for people and you want to protect people. Cause my dad was very overprotective of me as a child, to the point where we butted heads.
Yeah.
So I get it. Um, if y'all just now tuning in, it is the Couch Chronicles, and it ain't no fucking limits. I know I usually do this from 8 Central Time, but today we doing it a little bit early. Today we doing it at 1 p.m. Central Time. So if you don't get a chance to watch the live, or if you coming back and rewatching the live, thank you for coming. Make sure you follow my guest. His information is scrolling on the back. It'll be scrolling. Y'all gonna just have to pay attention because it's gonna be back there. Also, if you want, make sure you follow the Couch on Spotify. Couch Chronicles No Limits. Couch Chronicles No Limits on Instagram. THA Couch on Facebook. My main page, THA Real JANELL. That's on Instagram, YouTube. If you want to watch the YouTube as well. Also visit my .com, therealjanelle.com. I'm just saying. I got Rambo on the motherfucking couch. Okay. Now, my next question is, what was your first impression of me?
Yo, that's a good question. A lot of people ask that, but the first impression really is when I first came in to the show, because we met at a show for people that don't know. I didn't really see, like, he was like ducked off at first, like, you know what I'm saying, cool. And then they kind of flipped the script when they gave the mic and shit. And I was like, oh, damn, like, okay, she going crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So then when we actually talked, it was like, you know how a lot of people like, oh, I'm a nice person. You actually are like a nice person. Like, you know what I'm saying? You would talk, you actually don't mind talking to people. Like, some people, like, they nice people, but they try to get out the conversation. Like, you would sit there and you would talk and you would chat, like, you know what I'm saying? You just keep it real. Like, it was a real down-to-earth experience. That's what I say.
Thank you. I really appreciate that. I get curious sometimes, because I go out. I love to go to different, like, venues and meet different artists. And this is my venue. The events that I have coming up, this is going to be the first time that I'm going to an event that like, I'm not like out of state, and that I'm not an artist. Like, I'm going as media, so I get to meet new people. I'm excited.
You get to linger and you get to ask the questions you want to ask.
Yeah. So I'll be in Austin, Texas at South by Southwest. I'll also be media at the NBA ALLSTAR game.
You gonna vlog it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
tuning into that. I ain't gonna lie. I'm tuning in. You gotta go live at least like.
Hey, look, I was saying that. Somebody told me you don't have to. I was like, yeah, I know I don't have to.
But it's just like, you know, it's like
right. But I am, because it's the Couch Chronicles. And I'm going to have my microphone off the couch, so.
Yeah, okay. That's going to be lit.
I'm super excited. So that's dope that you said that. And I hope everybody get that same feeling whenever they meet me, for real.
Right.
Now, how would you describe your sound to someone who's never heard of you before?
That's a good question. Because honestly, I feel like my sound is developing. Just like anybody who considers themselves an artist, their sound is developing.
Mm-hmm.
But I would say, I'm going to be controversial. I'm going to say revolutionary. Like, it's revolutionary and really like a jack of all trades. You feel me? Like, but people don't understand, like, a jack of all trades is a master of none, but still always better than a master of one. So people don't always know that. So when they hear it, they gonna think, oh, he just gang, da-da-da. But when they actually listen to what I'm saying, they gonna be like, oh, damn, he caught me there.
Right.
Like, I don't know. I feel like I'm just like one of the modern versions of saying, like, yeah, hood niggas is smart too. Basically, like, hood niggas smart too. We can go there too. We can talk about things too. We can talk about things that's relevant to people and what's concerning us too.
Right. Now, are you still heavy into your music?
Of course, that's something I'm a die with. I live and die with that. Like, music is part of life. It's part of nature. So everybody gonna have music, even if you don't think it's music. It's music. So I'm always gonna, they gonna put a boombox in my grave with me. You feel me?
I know that's
like
right.
That.
Yeah,
Okay.
make my gravestone a grave. If now this is the thing. So if I told my family and my girl that if they really want to give me a funeral, I need y'all to know that I want to be butt ass naked in my casket. Now I'm not saying you ain't gotta cover it with the casket. You could just keep my head out, but I'm saying I want to be butt ass naked, no clothes. And after the funeral's done, you could just light my ass on fire and put my ashes in the air. I don't give a fuck. Or eat it with some shrooms. I don't know. Grow it with some shrooms.
I feel that because, like, to me, I ain't gonna lie, going in the ground for a motherfucker like me, and like the way that I'm gonna live my life and the way I live my life, I'm too lit to be just in the ground. Like, no, I'm too lit for that. Like, no, I can't.
Don't put me down there.
Like, to me, I'm not going in the. You
talking about you're gonna be a tree? Nah, fuck that. Grow. No. If you want to, just grow me in some shrooms and eat that shit.
Right, that's too regular. Like, I need something that's gonna be as a spectacular.
Yes.
Home going just like I had a spectacular life. Like, my shit gotta be
right. Did you see that guy that after I can't remember what his name is, but his family they threw a party for him at a club and they stood his body.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, no cap. That was to me. Everybody was like, "Why would you do that?" Like, bro,
why not? That's what he wanted. That's what he wanted.
His spirit next to his body, his spirit probably like, yeah, this me. That's what I
was. He probably was like, nigga, it's lit in this bitch.
You feel me? Like, I ain't gonna lie, that type shit.
And you know what would have blew? You know what would have blew their mind if they would have got a text message from him like, "Thank you for coming."
Oh God, bro, I'm telling you, yo, you know what's crazy? Like, all these supernatural experiences. I just hope that I manifest enough like spiritual power on this plane that when I go home, I can do just some cool shit one time.
Right.
Cool shit one time. Like, that's all I'm saying. Like a text message, I ain't think about that. That's lit. Like fucking a text message that don't got no number to it, but I'm like, yo, appreciate that. Like, that'll be lit. I'm gonna keep that. I'm gonna keep that in my head. Like, yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Now, when did you drop your last project?
When I dropped my last project, I dropped my last project. It was sometime last year. Honestly, I'm like on the Prince wave. I don't know if anybody ever seen the old Prince interview where he talked about how he doesn't count time or relate time to anything because it's just, you know what I'm saying? For what? To me, I took that to heart. So when I drop, I just drop it when I feel like it's that moment. If it's that moment for something, I'm gonna drop it. Like right now, since the last time we met, I didn't drop anything because it just hasn't been that. I don't like to force it. If I'm forcing it, I feel like who really gonna fuck with it? You know what I'm saying? When you force it, people know. And people that know me and like my music, they're not gonna like that because I don't like it. So I'm not gonna put them through that.
Right. Now,
but now I do have some coming up February though, for like before my birthday or after. But February, yes, y'all gonna hear from me.
Okay. Is it gonna be something sexy? Is it gonna be something deep? You said February, so.
Well, so I'm dropping it under my co-label. For those of y'all that don't know, I did start a label, Motor Music Empire, and my co-label, L-Way Productions. So, La Familia Business. So, it's two-sided for that same reason. Like, because my birthday around Valentine's Day, the first side is going to be like, love you, kiss you, you feel me? But the second side, yes, I do want to talk about subjects that are a little bit deeper, but in the format that people can digest. That's not too boring.
Right. Because in the music game, they tell you that people's attention span is like this.
Oh, yeah.
So,
that's the truth.
No disrespect to our listeners, but this is what they tell us in the music industry. Like, they tell you that. So they tell you, you gotta catch they ear right off top. Yeah. But here's another thing. Let me give y'all another little key. A lot of times when we hear beats, the beat be so dope that we don't give a fuck that the front part of it is so long to come into the song. We be like, hell yeah. But let me tell y'all this. and heed my words when I say this. Cut
They
it
don't even
down.
know. They don't know.
Cut it down. And the reason why I say cut it down is because that's you missing time on the radio. They
Mm-hmm.
only gonna play the first like
Mm-hmm.
not even minute.
Yep.
So you
Facts.
gotta think about your intro so fucking long, they only gonna hear you say, I ain't never, and that's it.
Facts.
They gonna be like, well, god dang, who made the beat? Fuck the
Right.
song.
Facts. And that's what happened with a lot of songs these days. Like, it's either the intro so long or the words are so dull. Like, that's what you about the attention span. It's not a bad thing because y'all, the attention span y'all have is what keep people sharp.
Right.
Y'all attention span is what let us know that we doing a good job in our craft and we doing better.
Right.
Because when y'all listen and y'all turn on the radio and y'all hear some bullshit and y'all change it, that let us know, like, long ass intros. You're not going to drive to a long ass intro. You're going to be so
Right.
curious as to what the song is. You're going to change to a channel that's playing the song. So you
Right.
can actually bop your head to your drive.
Right. Exactly. Exactly. So I mean, I know beats are dope, but it's you also got to think of if you do want radio play. Not only do you get your radio edit, but make sure that your intro isn't long because you want your whole play. You want people to hear your whole song or as much as they can, as much as because 9 times out of 10, you know, that long intro is gonna be like somebody they gonna change the station.
Crazy? I was just on the phone with my brother and we was literally talking about radio play. This exact same. This how I know you have like sometimes we got divine conversations that's meant to be had and experienced in our life because ain't no way I'm literally just having a in-depth conversation with this dude about like getting your song on the BDS so you can get into the radio, getting their radio edited. Like the exact same conversation. That's crazy.
Yeah,
Y'all
that's
better
crazy.
Y'all better listen. That's real.
And another thing is, even whenever you do features, even if you have 2 or 3 people, I understand that you want everybody to get their verse, but you also got to make a decision. 3 to 4 minute songs ain't it, my baby. They not. Like, you're not going to get that much play on the radio. I'm thinking about the future, like if you want to get radio play. I'm not just thinking about you going and getting some play in a club and
Right.
performing live. That's a different story because your
Very
performance
different
track can be
business.
totally different than what's on the radio. I'm just saying, when you're thinking about radio purposes, they giving us more now of our royalties than any time for writing your music.
Facts.
So if you write your own music, you're getting more royalties now than ever before. So with your radio play and you registering your music the correct way, and just like I said the other day, also register whenever you perform because you have to register your performances. So make sure that you do all of that.
And see, it's crazy you say that because that's what a lot of people need to hear. Like, it's so much more than just getting the beat, rapping on it, and dropping it that you don't understand that. It's people that's been in this industry right now that's trying to tell you, and y'all not listening.
It's levels to this shit.
You better get your paperwork in order. That paperwork, that black and white, that ink is key. On top of all your artistic woo out the bell, you gotta have your paperwork correct. Because if not, you're not gonna get nowhere. If you're not willing to compromise, and like she said, everybody can't get on the song. But if you want to make some money for the song, we can work something else out. As long as we can get some radio play to get some money, we can work out the percentages and all that other stuff. But we have to be willing to compromise and actually play the long game instead of just, I got to the club. Okay, but that club might not even be here next month. We want to get on the radio. That radio station been here since 19-something. You feel me? They've been bumping the jam.
Facts.
That's the longevity in it. Like, I don't know. Y'all better listen. She ain't had 105 episodes for no reason now. I'm trying to tell you.
I mean, and like I say, I'm here to help. Like, I really, really want to help. And anything I can do or say, free game. Free game. All you got to do is watch the couch. Because I tell y'all all type of informative stuff on the couch. It's us. I'm telling you. Because this year, let me dare y'all something. This year, if you do a feature with somebody, I don't give a fuck. If you charge them, cool, whatever. If you don't charge them, cool, whatever. But I dare you, if you do a feature with them, I dare you to promote it just as much as they do.
Facts.
You know, because, I mean, we all trying to win, right? I dare you to promote it. I dare you to promote it like it's your own song and you featured them. You know what I'm saying? Y'all get the video shot. Get a visual to it. Get visuals this year. Come on now, y'all. I'm telling you, like,
Cause y'all not understanding when you see
Wouldn't
the
you
little
hate doing a
baby.
feature, paying all this money, and then they don't even get you a video.
You feel me?
They don't even promote you. They don't even put it in their stories. I'm not
You
saying
feel
throw it
me?
on your page. You ain't got to throw it on your page like us, but put it in your stories. If I tag you,
Man.
share it every time I tag you, or and do the same. Because the only way we gonna make it is if we help each other make it, and that's just what it is.
And you know what's crazy? Tyler, the creator, he had an interview that he said that as well. Like, when you look at when Lil Baby or 42 Doug, whoever you like that's famous, when he does a feature, and it's not even his song, he just featured on it. He's doing exactly what she just said. He's gonna post it. He's gonna remake it. He's gonna whatever he gotta do, do a reel, create a dance for that motherfucker. It don't matter. They gonna do whatever it takes to get them popping because you're on the song too. If they blow up, you blow up.
Right.
Niggas might not even know your music if it ain't for that song. It's these type of moments that make or break an artist. If you're not willing to work and grind and actually have that communal experience where you help another person, you're not going nowhere.
Right.
Because no amount of money, you can buy a blue check, you can buy your way into a room, but if you're not ready to actually network and do what it takes to hold these foundations, you ain't going nowhere.
That's a fact. That's a fact. If y'all just now tuning in, it is the Couch Chronicles, and it ain't no fucking limits. I got Rambo on the motherfucking couch. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Now, don't even trip. I got more questions. What's your plans for this year?
Okay, my plans for this year, you know, I'm starting my little plan for world domination in a good way though. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm going to start another LLC and get into e-commerce, drop shipping. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm looking at like the logic of everything. Like, I got the business side of the music going as well. A studio facility. I got a podcast going with my homie. He actually put me on his podcast, Louis Devon. The Cut the Bull podcast. Like, I've been reaching out and actually networking. I've been getting into networking with YouTubers. I'm going into another YouTube page to start monetizing on YouTube. The digital era is what I'm on right now. I'm trying to dominate the digital wave. Just like when the computer first came out, it's kind of back to that type of momentum right now. Everything digital, everything is online. So right now, I'm planning on getting into that. I already started one LLC for the music. I'm getting another one in for e-commerce, and so I can get my reseller's license, e-commerce license for Georgia. So yeah, my plan is to just hit this shit hard on all aspects, and you can't fail.
Right. Now on your IG, you're very vocal about different topics that's in the news. Do you care to talk about or elaborate about maybe your last one? I think you was saying something about black people being a slave to the world.
Yes, and I'm not even gonna lie, it's not even black people, but okay, I will say this first. I'm all for everybody, right? Okay. But in order to help ourselves, we gotta help our people first. You gotta help yourself, then you gotta help your people, then you help other people. Because if you can't get through to yourself and your people, you can't get through to nobody else.
Right.
So yes, black people mainly is succumb to a very intense slave mentality, and I'm not talking about just whips and chains. Because slavery wasn't just physical; it was very mental. It was psychological. It's things that's in our DNA right now that is there because of things that was inflicted and oppressed upon our ancestors. So when we do certain things and we don't know why, that's why. I'm not saying it's just slavery. It's thousands and millions of years of living life and encountering life. But this new slave mentality we have now, yes, it's largely part to do with, we all know, colonization, European colonization. Everybody's been through it. Almost every black or brown race has been through it.
Right.
And I am very vocal about that because I see a lot of people get misguided in many ways. And they get misguided by people who don't even believe in what they're saying half the time. And they don't live what they're saying. We look at everybody who's at the top and we think that's who I want to listen to. But they're not even willing to tell you when they're wrong. They're not willing to be transparent and tell you what's going on with their lives. Right. And then when you do get people that come along like that, we look at them like, oh, he doing it for the fame, or he doing it. No, that's that That's that slave mentality. Every time one of us rose up and said, "Let's get the fuck out of here," they like, "Nah, we better off here because this is what we got." That's that slave mentality to bring someone down, and it goes deeper than it's on a it's a multitude of levels. It goes into how we treat women, how women treat men, how we treat our kids. It goes into a multitude of things that I feel as though when people get on here and talk about it, they be bullshitting, and I don't like that because when you do that, you raising another generation of people who just gonna bullshit worse than you, and that don't help nobody.
Right.
That to me, that's why I am vocal about it. Like, whatever you would like to pull up, it don't matter. But I'm telling you, it's something to do with something. Everything is connected. Nothing is apart. Everybody think it's, oh, they over here. No, it's one straight line. It's just from one extreme to another. Everything is connected, and nobody want to really say it like that. And if you do, then you get canceled. So, man, it's a lot. Like, I'm personally, like, especially in my neighborhoods where I be at, I try to get younger niggas like me who want to be niggas and they want to be on the street. Right. Okay, that's cool, but you can at least, like, learn something. I try to get them to learn something or do something, even if it's not a book. Everybody don't want to read a book. Learn how to do something with your hands. You want to be so active. You want to be outside. Learn how to do something that's going to be productive to you and everybody around you. Because what you're doing now ain't it. And nobody else really doing that. And if they are, they like, oh, well, come pay for my course. Why am I finna pay you for some to help you? If you want to help me, I don't feel like I got to pay you to help me.
Right.
That's crazy. Right. Especially if you say you want to give back and do it for free. I'm not saying don't get your money. Now, I charge motherfuckers for anything. Don't get me wrong. But if my first message was, oh, I'm doing this to help you, I'm not going to backhand you and make you pay me $50 for a subscription.
Facts.
If I want my money up front, I'm going to tell you, shit, if you want to learn how to make this store, you're going to have to come with that bread or you're dead. You feel me? I'm not going to lie and be charitable just so I can sucker you into giving me something out your pockets. That's what I'm not with. A lot of people say, oh, we pro-black this or we pro-black that. But you're not. You're not even pro-people. You're not even pro-honesty. So you can't be pro-nothing. Yeah. That's just me, my opinion.
That's real. That's real, though. That's so fucking real. And it's times where, and then, y'all, let's normalize paying people what they ask for. Don't, you ain't gotta be like, oh, well, I can't get it for you don't do that for your Jordans. You can't do that for baby formula.
And people don't understand that. That's what a lot, like, y'all don't understand that when we were together, they feared us. Let's just be real. Do y'all not know that they drowned cities of whole people of black descent and color because we had our own businesses and we did not need them? Dependency is key. If you are dependent on them, you cannot be independent in your own free will and nature. So when you are dependent and you, oh, well, if Janell want to sell me a shirt and it's $200, I can go get Gucci $200. But you don't realize the only reason you're going to signify paying $200 for Gucci is because everybody's going to recognize Gucci. Now, let's just say I pay this $200 and get this shirt from Janell. I don't think nothing of it. I'm just doing it because I like the shirt. Shit. Fuck around. Omari Hardwick wear the shirt. Now everybody want a piece of Janell action. Right. Now everybody gonna pay that $200. Right. But if we was doing that with each other off the top, you don't realize how much money, even if you spend money, that money's coming back into your pocket because I'm most likely gonna spend that money with another black person. And if we stay in our own communities like Jewish people or Chinese people, y'all got mad at Kanye for saying what's the real. Jewish people, they build their community because they know that the base of everything is your cultural values and how you treat your own people. If you're not going to treat your own people with respect, who the fuck are you to say you're going to advocate for anybody else? Right. That don't even make sense. So why not spend money with your sister or your brother? If that motherfucker want $400 and you can't afford it, let's be real and say, you know what, I would love to have that product, but right now that's just not my budget. And who knows, because we know how forgiving black people is, we done let y'all whoop our ass and enslave us and rape us, and we still ain't came to cut y'all heads off like the Haitians yet. So who knows? A motherfucker might be like, you know what, $400 not good for you right now. Give me $250. Give me $175. Right. Y'all don't. You just gotta communicate. I'm gonna go get Tom Ford. I'm gonna go get Gucci. little do you know, he don't give a fuck if you pay 50 cents for it. He don't care. He knows somebody else around the corner is going to honor his value and know what he put into that, and they're going to pay for it. He don't care about you. It just so happens that most of y'all is black, and most of y'all would rather feed someone else's community than yours, which is kind of strange.
It is.
Kind of strange to me.
To me too. Like I'm always like, damn, if I could find somebody that makes shirts that was black, I would have got them. But I found somebody that I was locked up with, so I'm supporting her. So that's what matters to me. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna support. And anytime I get a chance, I don't give a fuck. I'm at people's shows. I love to support. Even when I'm tired, I'll get off the road driving for 18 hours and pull up to somebody's show. Like, what up? Like,
fact.
Like I'm all about supporting. I'm all about helping. Like whenever I have guests here that's actually on this couch and they're an artist, I give them the opportunity to record at my studio. I teach them how to use Pro Tools. You know what I'm saying? Like I got a whole package deal. Like and then if they pick a package where I get to cook for them, I love to cook. So and usually they ask me to do the vegan food. So and trust me when I say you're not gonna be hungry after you eat my food.
And that's what a lot of people missing. We missing the reason behind why we doing something. Like it's not the fact that a lot of people are like, well, I can't do it well, or I can't do it. It don't matter. It might sound dumb. It don't matter if you're the worst at what you do. You could be the worst cook ever. But the reason that you're doing it, the passion that you put behind it could be the reason that somebody come and invest in you and show you how to do something. Or even if they don't invest in you and show you how to cook, they might just buy one of your nasty-ass noodle dishes just to make you feel good.
Right.
And that's gonna put more drive into you to make yourself do better. Like, people don't understand that the real world ain't fucking movies. The real world is very chance reactions that you don't even know is going to have a minute effect of changing your life. But this little small, just like a small atom built all this big shit around us, that small change is just a catalyst for the biggest moments in life.
Yeah.
You ain't know that you was going to pull up to Janell shit. I didn't know that you cook, and I ain't know none of that shit. So now, if I pull up to your crib, right, and I'm damn, she going to teach you how to use Pro Tools, damn, and you probably might be the reason that I'm the finest engineer out here, because I pulled up at Janell's spot 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Niggas don't even think about shit like that.
Right.
They like, nah, that ain't what's in right now. That's not what's cool. We're not fucking with it.
Right.
Okay. That's fine.
Right.
Niggas don't have to cancel me. That's all I know.
Man. Y'all, if you just now tuning in, it's the Couch Chronicles and it ain't no fucking limits. I got Rambo on the motherfucking couch. His information is scrolling on the back, and I did catch it this time. Okay, I caught it this time. That's his Instagram, so make sure you follow him on Instagram as well. Follow the Couch Chronicles on Instagram. It's couchchronicles.nolimits. Spotify is Couch Chronicles No Limits. And my main page is The Real Janell, THA Real JANELL. That's YouTube, that's Instagram, and also THA Couch on Facebook. All right.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Get in tune with the movement.
Period. Like I said, it's all about love, support, good vibe, and positive energy. We just trying to spread that. I'm just saying. Now, your music is hard as fuck. Do you write all your music or do you freestyle?
It's crazy you said that. People not gonna believe this. I just got into writing.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because people gonna like, well, you said you write stories. That's different. Like, when I was writing stories, it was a different kind of it's a different type of artistic mode. Like, when I write, I just go into this mode where like shit just come in my head and the pen come out. But when I rap, I don't like to lie. When you write, you can lie, and that's okay. It's okay to lie because you're just exaggerating the truth for someone else's enjoyment or your enjoyment. That's cool. But for me personally, and it's okay to lie when you rap. I'm not gonna cap. You can lie when you rap. That's cool. You can do that. But
not everybody doing that shit.
No, listen, because some people, like, the little pumps and that, they not here for no message. They not here to, they can lie. Who cares if they lie?
Right.
They here to have fun. When you have fun, you lie to yourself and make shit feel like it's okay when it's not. You in the party getting drunk and you ain't got no way home, but you still feel good. You don't give a fuck. Right. You gonna figure it out later. That's cool. We cool with that. But for me, I want to change the shit into, like, nobody was listening to KRS-One or Method Man or Redman when they was talking that hard shit, but in the back of your mind, in the back of the lyrics, they was telling you what was going on. They was telling you what these people doing to your mom, what they doing to your food. They telling you about the laws of nature and power, the true law of attraction. That's what I'm on. So for me, I can't write because it hinders that process. I like to speak from my heart. I like to speak from like my spirit. What makes me feel this way, I like to speak from that. And when I write, to me, it's like I'm forcing it and it slows it down. So I freestyle. I just got into writing, but it's like it's very sparse.
Okay. That's dope. Do you feel like your music that you have out now is timeless?
That's a good question. A lot of artists gonna say yes, but I'm gonna be super real and say no. It's a couple songs right now that I feel like it's timeless in the nature of the artistic value of it and like the feeling you get. That's timeless. But the projects that I have coming up next, I feel like those are truly something you're gonna find in a time vault somewhere. Like they're gonna put a Janell mixtape and a Rambo mixtape in a motherfucking capsule somewhere and bury it. And then in 3036, they're gonna pull it up like these motherfuckers was crazy.
Right.
These motherfuckers was doing that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what I got coming out now, yeah, it's on that. It's on that for real.
That's what's up. Now, what message do you send in your music?
I send the message of real reality. Real in quotation marks, reality. And reality ain't what people think. Reality is consciousness. If you're not conscious, you're not real. And that's not on no woke, no. I'm talking about being conscious that everything starts with the mind. Everything that we look at, touch, see, and feel, it all starts with the mind. It wouldn't be possible without us and the force that created us. Whatever God you want to claim, whatever. It's not possible without you or them. So once you know that, your reality is going to set in, and everything that we arguing about, it will cease to exist. Everything we arguing about, we will realize that we're not going to argue about it because I want somebody to treat me and honor me the same way that I am, and I want myself and my spirit to be honored, so I'm going to do that. The only thing that we arguing about is if somebody's just outlandishly hurting motherfuckers, because we all know that's not cool.
Right.
But the message that I'm sending is real reality. Let's be peaceful. Let's be communal. Let's love our neighbor. Let's love our earth. Let's love what we living on. Let's treat everything and everyone with some respect, and let's just sit back and see how that changes everything.
Facts.
We don't always gotta be violent. Everything don't always have to be said. And let's just see what happens when we treat somebody like we looking at a reflection in the mirror, because that's all it is.
Right.
That's the whole message.
Now, do you feel like you're woke?
I look at woke in a couple different ways, because you got the cheap knockoff version of woke, and then you got the actual woke. I feel like I don't give a shit what you call me. As long as you see I got some common sense that's gonna help me and you, I'll be woke. I'll be motherfucking sleep, which I don't like to. And then I don't like to use certain words. That's why I don't take certain titles, because people look at me like I'm crazy. But study etymology, and you'll see that all these words have double meaning. So when you say things to people and to yourself, you're casting really dark energies among yourself. So I don't like to say I'm woke. I don't like to say I'm sleep. None of that shit. I just like to say that I'm conscious, because that's what really counts. You could be conscious in your sleep. That's REM sleep. You have a subconscious when you go to sleep. You could be conscious in a woken state. So when I sleep, I'm not sleeping. I'm just resting, because our body really don't sleep. We just rest. So me, am I woke? No, I'm not gonna say I'm woke. Am I conscious and aware of everything that's going on around me, and how I affect people and how they affect me? Hell yeah, because if not, you dead.
Right.
Really.
Now, how do you plan to be a change?
You can't plan to be a change. You just gotta be it. Everybody who planned to be a change shit, the most Martin Luther King did was plan where the fuck to meet up, and then the change happened.
Right.
If they didn't meet up there, the change was gonna happen wherever he was at. You know what I'm saying? Like, whoever you want to study or put your all into, nigga, when they did change, the only thing they planned was physical strategy. The change ain't physical. The change is how you make somebody feel. If you can't make somebody change their feelings, I don't care what plan you got, how many tanks you got, how many picket signs, and all that bullshit. you're not making no change.
Right.
Martin Luther King, Malcolm X. You can even say Hitler. We're going to be real. Hitler, yeah, he's so fucking horrible. He's horrible. But he changed people's feelings and emotions. It don't matter how many stupid mustaches and how many people raised their hands up that he had. He changed their feelings. He changed their emotions. So me, how I plan to be a change, I don't. Because if I plan it, I'm going to hinder it. So I wake up every day with good intention and pure intention. I wake up every day knowing that I might make a mistake, and that's okay. But I wake up every day knowing I'm not going to intentionally harm or hurt anybody in any sort of way, shape, form, or fashion. And that right there is a change, because energy is a change. So the fact that I just put a different vibration in the world, that's change. You fucking changed my life, because I didn't know I was going to be here. That's a change. You ain't playing that shit. You were just like, shit, instead of talking about it on here, come talk about it over here.
Right.
That's shit. Now a bunch of people that you know me. That's a change. Like, you can't plan that shit. You got to be that shit. And if you're not going to be it, you might as well just go somewhere and be regular. It's fine to be regular, too.
Facts. If y'all just now tuning in, it's the Couch Chronicles, and there ain't no fucking limits. I do this every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday from 8 Central Time. I got Rambo on the motherfucking couch. Make sure you follow him. His information is scrolling on the back. Yes, I caught it again. His information is scrolling on the back. Make sure you follow the Couch Chronicles on Spotify. It's Couch Chronicles No Limits. And Couch Chronicles No Limits on Instagram. THA Couch on Facebook. Also, my main page is THA Real JANELL. That's Instagram, YouTube, and you can also visit my .com. That's therealjanell.com. Make sure you check out my music. Keep on streaming my shit, and keep on streaming Rambo shit. It's all about support, because you do have shit out right now on Apple, right?
Yeah.
All right.
See, that's hard work. That's talent. That's hard work and talent. Like, I don't know if people really know, like, behind the scenes of podcasts and stuff, it's really hard. People, like, you got to naturally be yourself, but then we also have to captivate y'all. So you can look at that and tell it's natural, but that's a bunch of repetition that went into that, too. That's a bunch of getting it wrong to get it right. That's I like to see shit like that. That's what I like to see.
Yo, when I first started doing it, I was like,
Facts. Like, it'd be hard. It'd be crucial. And then you don't understand the anxiety. Like, most people, you be on camera with your friends, but when you on camera, you like, oh my God, people are going to see this. They're going to judge this. They're going to make an opinion on me. You get so, for me personally, I get so nervous, bro. Like,
really?
Even right now.
I can't tell.
Right now. I'm nervous right now, but I look in the back of my mind, I'm like, I don't know you motherfuckers, so I don't really care.
Yo, listen to this. So, the first 2 times that I did it, I was nervous. Because I was like, well, because I started it just as a therapy, and I was just like, the thing that makes me nervous is, what if nobody watches?
Yo, that's bro.
And then I was like, okay. So when I started it, I probably got like maybe 5 viewers my first time.
Right.
I was like, wait, that was my first time I got 5 viewers. Like,
right.
And nobody even, I literally started my podcast. I was like, babe, I think I'm going to start a podcast. And maybe like 2 hours later, I was on live. She was like, babe, I didn't know you was going to start today. I was like, yeah, I did. So it was crazy because I ended up getting like 5 viewers my first day. I was like, oh my God, people actually showed up. Like, so then I just kept doing it, and I never stopped. And I was like, because it's more, it helps me just as much as it helps the next person, because I love it. Like, it's a therapy that we never knew we needed.
Bro, I'm telling you, like, and you know what's crazy? Like, you know, a lot of my friends that know me personally, they be like, oh, you a hood therapist, you a hood counselor. Because I don't mind sharing my experiences. I don't mind people knowing about me, because, like, it don't hurt nobody. People, secrets is what hurts you the most. Keeping things in is what hurts you the most. Exactly. People don't realize your feelings don't serve anybody unless you letting them serve people. They don't only serve you. And most of the time, they only serve you bad. So a lot, like, going into, like, broadcasting and stuff, that's a lot of That's why I recommend a lot of people do. Like, even if it's not how Janell doing it where everybody can see you, a lot of people that I talk to, like, that's frustrated or they feel some type of way, I'm like, bro, start a YouTube or something. Go find something you can do, a video log, a voice log, or something where you can hear or see the change. Because people don't realize, like, books and shit is okay. I read books, but we learn by seeing. That's what activates everything. We learn by seeing, hearing, and feeling. Mm-hmm. So I tell a lot of people, bro, go make a YouTube or something you can make private, even if you want to, cool, and record yourself, record your progress, talk about how you feel, because the only person you can talk to truly is yourself, because you'll understand both ways. Even if you don't want to, everybody has always had that inter-argument with yourself. You wouldn't have an argument if you didn't understand it both ways. So I tell a lot of people, like, I was in a mental hospital at one point, and a lot of people that I knew from out there, like, in there, I told them, like, bro, get on camera, talk about how you feel. Talk about how you feel, then watch it back after you don't feel those feelings. And look at it and ask yourself why you felt that way and what you did to change. And if you still feel that way, ask yourself what you can do to change. That's what this type of shit for. People get famous on accident. That's what y'all don't realize. It's only a small percentage of people that really, 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 really do this shit to get famous. Most people be doing this shit because, like, I think I want to talk. I want to talk. And I want to at least know that somebody might see this shit and be like, bro, I like what you're talking about.
Right.
But other than that, nobody really want to be famous, because fame is just a bunch of nosy motherfucking people gossiping. And don't nobody want that for real. Y'all probably want the money, but no. That's...
right. Facts. Now, what all do you do? Is music all you do, or do you do anything else?
No, I do photography, videography.
Dope.
This was all before I did music, because I really recently started actually rapping. I always been into pictures and videos, like I was saying, picture, videography. At one point, this might be so random, but I wanted to be a Foley sound effect artist. I don't know if a lot of people know what that is, but you know, like in movies, if you see somebody walking on the sand and you hear the sand sound, that's not from that recording. Somebody has to go to a studio like you have and walk in sand and do, like, I was just a random type of dude. So I was that person that was like, bro, I'm going to be a doctor just because I know I could be a good doctor. So right now I do photography, videography, graphic design. I like to do like sound effects and shit, like skits. I like do everything. If I can try to do it and do it, I do it. Like,
that's what's up. That's what's up. Now, where exactly are you from?
I am from Southside, Chicago, Inglewood area to be exact.
Okay.
773, baby. You know, I am from Chicago.
Okay.
I was raised in Georgia as well, though. I moved to Georgia really young.
Can you still hear me? Because I had got a phone call.
Oh, yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Now, what's it like where you from?
I'm not gonna lie. It was it's kind of like a culture shock, right? Because in Chicago, it's way different than Georgia. I moved from Chicago when I was real small, and we would go like back and forth. So in Chicago, where I'm from originally, where I was born, it's like I can tell from being there and from my siblings, like it's a real harsh environment. I ain't gonna lie, it's very harsh. It's not for the weak. A lot of people that come out of Chicago, it's like any big city area or anything that's crowded. Just imagine a bunch of sardine cans being open, flipped down on top of each other, and stacked on top. You just with a bunch of motherfuckers that want to survive. They want something better, and you do too. And they will do whatever it takes to stop you. Just like it's a small percentage that's going to do whatever it takes to help you, everybody else is mostly on that primal survival of the fittest. So it's like, ain't no room for friends. Ain't no room for you being cool with people, or especially nowadays, because it's like, a lot of people that I know from Chicago nowadays, bro, they lose a lot of people because it's a lot of violence that go on. Like, you know what I'm saying? Chicago, like New York, like back in the mob got it popping. Al Capone and got it popping, like with the killing and the murder. So all that trickled down on top of each other. But then vice versa with Georgia, it was really nice for me to see Georgia, where it's like people still judge you, but it's a little bit different. Like, it's a real whole different energy. Like people don't really bother you. It's only certain things that bother them, and it's mostly like cultural shit with Georgia, like cultural shit that has to do with Georgians and their background. If you disrespecting that shit, it don't matter what type of Georgian it is.
Right. Right.
You know what I'm saying? But
Right.
in Georgia, it's way laid back. Like everybody cool because Georgia's like a migration place. Lots of people come in and out. So it was nice to see the difference where people is more open and they'll take you in because they used to seeing different people.
Right.
And like it's in Georgia, you will learn. I mean, you can learn a lot of things anywhere, but it's crazy how in Georgia you can literally just walk up to somebody like randomly and literally just be like, "What's up, bro?" Like, and now y'all just talking. In the city, that's rare to come by. Like in the hustle and bustle of the city, like it's rare to come by. Like in my neighborhood, it was this one dude. I don't even know his fucking name. I call him Guitar Man. The nigga was like, "Oh, you want to learn how to play the guitar?" He didn't know me from a can of paint. I'm like, "Shit, why not?" Like, I sat out there for like 3 hours with some old man I did not know learning how to play the guitar. I swear to God, that's just Georgia shit that happened in Georgia.
Right. Look, I just, you know what? Last night on a podcast, I was telling everybody, I was like, I hated Georgia. But the one thing, I ain't gonna lie, but the one thing that I did love about Georgia is, like, out here, when I first started doing shrooms years ago, they was like, girl, that's some white people shit. That's some crackhead.
Right.
This is what, out in Georgia, everybody was like, yo, they wanted to get to know me. They wanted to learn about it. They wanted to take it themselves. They wanted to try it. They wanted me to walk them through their trip. Like, they was not
Georgia
against
really
it. They
was.
wasn't looking at me like, girl, that's white people. They didn't never do me like that. They made, it was a whole community of shroom heads.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Shit.
Bro, Georgia is that place where you will find the community for anything because that's just how it is. Like, it's hard to find that in a lot of other places.
Yeah, that's true. That's
Georgia
the one thing I did love about Georgia.
Yeah, they open. You can find stuff anywhere, bro.
Mm-hmm. Right. Now, do you get a lot of support in your city?
Actually, I do, which was really surprising to me on the low because, like, my family always really supported me, but you know how, like, it's crazy. I don't like using this word, but you know how, like, you would just discover you popular on accident, like you have a personality people like on accident. That's kind of what happened for me because when I started rapping, I actually got feedback and it wasn't bad. I was like, what? Like hello, y'all fucking this? Like, for real? Like, and then what get people is like what you asked earlier, do I freestyle, do I write? Ever since I started rapping, all I did was freestyle. I freestyle since I was young, and I just always been good at it because I like to read. I know a lot of words, so I can make shit sound good. You know, that's cool. But when people hear that I freestyle too, that's where I get the, whoa, you ain't write that. Like, that's for me. I was like, bro, you just acting, bro. Like, you ain't fucking with it like that. But they're like, no, bro, we fucking with it like that. I'm like, okay, the city fuck with me. The city
that's
fuck
what's
with
up.
me. Yeah.
So you said your family supports your music?
Yeah, bro, my mama don't even like cursing. She inspired me to make music without a lot of cursing, but I swear to you, if you go on my YouTube and you, not on my YouTube, on my Instagram, you're going to see a real me at the show. And if you listen to that song, it's the most cussingest, dirtiest song, but you're going to also hear in the background my mama screaming, that's my son, that's my son. She, like, I'm like, yeah, like, so when I heard, like, my mom and everybody was like really in tune with my music. Like if I drop and I don't tell them I drop, they get mad, like because we want to share it.
Right.
Like, yeah, they really in tune with it, and I do appreciate that a lot.
You know what you should do? Surprise them. You should just get clean versions and send them clean versions.
And it's crazy you read my mind because that's what I've been doing. That's the one reason I haven't dropped this first project yet because I want to get clean versions for them too.
Yeah.
And it's hard
because that clean version is also your radio edit.
Facts. That's what I'm saying. It's everything connected, bro. It's two sides to every coin. You gotta be ready to flip it over one day. Definitely.
Now I got a few more questions and then we're gonna wrap it up. But I definitely appreciate you for being on the couch. Now can you yes. Now can you tell my viewers a little bit about your story? Like and what I mean by that is everybody has a story. So what do you feel made you who you are today? Was there a situation or a person or a...
A lot made me who I am today. Like, I had some run-ins with sexual abuse in my younger years. So I feel like that's what a lot of people, which is kind of strange to me. That's kind of creepy. But yeah, I ran into that, and for a while, it made me feel, I didn't know who I was. And then I didn't overcome that. So then on top of that, it was the bullying. And then once I got over the bullying, I kind of got over that too. So I was like, okay, cool. But what really, I think, really changed my mind was a couple key people. It was my grandfather, my grandmother, and my father. Because like I always knew who my dad was. We had like a strange kind of relationship. Like he wasn't like an asshole or nothing, but everybody got their own issues. So it was like when I just started to get to know him, I was around 16. He passed away, and it was crazy how he passed away because like he drowned, but as he drowned, like he had his phone in his pocket, and he sent a text message to me, like a butt dial text message, whatever. And I'm looking at it, so I'm calling him, like, okay, he's not answering. I'm at a football game later that day, and they're like, oh damn, your dad passed. So I'm like, damn. That sent me to like, I don't know, like if you could ever wake up and see the sun but still feel darkness, that's what it felt like. Like it was like if you could ever be alone and see people, it's like you see people but they can't touch you in a way that's gonna make you feel different. They can touch your shoulder, but they can't touch your spirit and like lift you out of that. And that kind of drove me away from a lot of people, like my mom, my sister. Like it drove me away from a lot of people. And then on top of that, my grandfather, he passed, and that was when I was younger. It was before my dad, but it still kind of shook me in a way because he was like where my wisdom started to come from. Like he would just tell me stuff like for no reason. Well, for me, it was no reason at the time, but for him, it was for a reason. But he would just tell me stuff that was like, I never knew it was going to help me. So when he left, it was like, okay, I don't have any advice. Then my dad passed. And then within the same year, my grandmother who lived with us, she passed, but it was real traumatic for everybody because she passed in the house with us. And me and my younger sister, we were trying to do CPR, walk the bam. That shit didn't work. So it was like, damn, so now you got to see that. And for anybody who's never seen that, that's what really like, that's what did it. Like to see what happens when somebody actually leave this physical plane, that shit shook my whole being to I can't even explain it to this day, but that shit just let you know bullshit ain't about nothing. Like it ain't about nothing. So those are the couple experiences that like really, cause I had motherfuckers try to kill me, and that shit really didn't even that shit just like another regular everyday thing. So it's like that shit though, that shit was like, my boy, you gotta tighten up because when you go through that, ain't shit else you can do. Ain't no more reset. Ain't no more reboot. When you go through that, that's when you gonna know if you really did something. So ever since then, I've been like, shit, I'm gonna do something. Not for me. I don't care. To me, I don't care about me. Well, I'm gonna be straight. I'm gonna do something that is gonna forever make somebody else be straight. That can't do it for themselves. So yeah.
Right. Do you feel like you've overcome that trauma and depression of your past struggles that happened?
To me, I feel like everything is constant. Because just because you learned one lesson from one experience doesn't mean that's the only thing you're going to learn. So for me, and then on top of that, I'm bipolar as well. So on top of that, like it's always a mix of emotions. So yeah, I overcome it on a daily, honestly. And to me, I think that's good for me. It's good for everybody. If you can overcome something every day, that means you doing something right. Because for me, like, bro, I'll wake up. Like, I used to have nightmares straight up about just dying straight up from 16 up until, like, very recently. I used to just have, like, very vivid, like, some shit you would see in a scary movie. Like, I done seen every type of 1,000 way to die type shit happen to me ever. And for people who don't realize, like, how hallucinations fuck with people, because dreams is technically a form of hallucination. You seeing it, you hallucinating it. And that shit would be very vivid for people who are vivid dreamers. So it would be like, I would see my grandmother, they would talk to me. I would see my homie Chavis, who he was killed through police violence. He would talk to me. And that shit would it would mess my head up, in the sense of it's very shocking and traumatic that number one, I done seen myself die, or I'm seeing somebody I know is dead come talk to me, and I know I'm alive. So a lot of times I would wake up thinking like, damn, I died. That's fucked up. And then I realized like that type of shit, like it's real for people. So I jumped into a real like deep depression. So every day I wake up, I have to consciously be aware of depression is what you're feeling, but you can't understand why. And if you let the not being able to understand why get you down, you'll never come to a conclusion. So to me, do I overcome it? Not really, but do I like deal with it every day in the sense of I have to learn something from it in order to progress? Yeah.
Thank you. That was a good answer. Who or what got you into music?
You know what's crazy? I ask myself that all the time. Who or what got me into music? Well, really, you know, if you from a black family or any cultural family, y'all know about them Sundays or you know what I'm saying, gospel music, or the birthdays, you get to hear all the hoochie ratchet music, or you over there with grandma and grandpa, you get to hear all the hip swinging music they used to play back in the day. Like, when you from cultural backgrounds like that, I think music is always a part of your experience. But what made me really fuck with music, okay, I was outside one day. I just had got to high school. One of my friends, her name was KK. She was like, "Oh, we gonna freestyle." I'm like, "All right, bet." No, this one I'm sneaking to smoke weed. No, nobody knows what's going on. No, I'm lit, but I'm thug. I'm thinking I'm grown. I'm thugging.
Right.
So I do this. But to what I know now, it's this subpar, corny ass rap about watching the time and how it's my time and all this crazy shit. And she like, "Nigga, that's hard. You need to be a rapper." And ever since then, that shit pumped my head up. I'm like, nigga, I'm gonna be a rapper. What's up? Like,
Right.
That's it. I'm gonna be a rapper. That's it. She said it, so that's what it is. You feel me? Like that right there, that was a real day
that solidified it.
And you know, when you off that weed, everything is exaggerated. So she not just like, "Oh, that's cool." That shit fine. That shit is crazy. Nigga, no, say that again. No. So I'm like, yeah, I'm high too. So I'm like, oh, yeah, for real? Like, that's what we doing? That's what we doing? So I'm like, yeah, like, when you got them type of feelings, that was just forever. And every time I rap, I think, like, every time I rap and I go crazy, I hear people like, "Yeah, that's hard." I flash back to that moment, like, I would have never did it if I wasn't high on some goofy shit. Like, you feel me? That's crazy.
My last couple of questions is, do you perform a lot?
You know what's crazy? You made me want to perform. You and my brother made me want to perform more. Because what you don't know is that was only my second show when you had met me.
Really?
I was up there sweating, running out of breath, all type of shit. That was only my second show. And my brother G-Mac, he was the one who was like, "G, if we gonna really do this, bro, we have to do this to the fullest potential ever. Like, if we gonna do this, we gonna make niggas look back like, bro, legendary. Like, you are your own legend. Like, bro, when I tell you, like, I was with this one island nigga. He got me hip to the slang, I am drugs. I am drugs. Like, nigga, you like drugs, you gonna like me. I am a legend. Like, that's what you got me on. And then when I seen you perform, I was like, nigga, that's like motherfuckers was really just like watching a movie. Like, it was only a couple performances, like you, Queso, Bobby. It was that one other chick. She was short. I forgot her name, but y'all performances, the way that y'all captivated the crowd. And then when I performed, I'm gonna be real. This is self-criticization right here. I don't even know if that's a word, but you get what I'm saying. This is me being critical to myself. When I see y'all performances, especially yours, and how you was talking and telling your story as well, I was like, that's what my performance was missing. It was missing that, because even my brother, when he was performing, he's the energy man. He bring energy. He just make motherfuckers just jump for no reason. So I'm like, damn, this nigga got energy. She got the story that's making motherfuckers see her raps come to life in front of her. She on the motherfucking stage making motherfuckers want to get sexy, grinding. The nigga Queso Bobby making motherfuckers think they in love again. I'm like, nigga, that's what you missing. That's what you missing.
Right.
That's what I need. So ever since then, yes, but I went to California. I mean, not California. I went to Carolina. I went to Baxley. After I seen that, oh yeah, I turned up. And then I came home because I started thinking, damn, I went to all these other places, bro, I gotta go home.
Right.
And the first show I did when I came home, I felt like y'all niggas because everybody was fucking with me. I'm talking about everybody. I was like, yep, I'm there. I'm almost there. Like, look out.
Right.
Like, yeah.
That's what's up. That's dope. I really feel honored. I swear to God, I didn't never think I would say something like that.
And then the shrooms, she got me on the shrooms too. That shit, nigga, if I would have never took shrooms, nigga, like, that's really one of the part of the reason I'm talking like this now, like, oh God, because like when I took them shrooms, bro, a lot of shit, like, bro, I got home that night. It was like, you got some shrooms, nigga, you weird, the white people. I'm like, fuck y'all.
Right.
Fuck y'all. I was researching shrooms before I even met this lady. I was trying to find somebody. I got shrooms.
Right.
I took my shit, boy, I was on the couch like, oh, this is enlightenment.
Yes.
This is what it's like. Like, bro, I'm sitting back on the couch, and then everybody that took them with me, they sit back on the couch like, yeah, nigga, this is that. This is that, nigga. Because we have never took shrooms before. Y'all don't realize when you don't know what to do with them shrooms and you just taking them and you just never hit, like, we was like, bro, who is that lady? Who is that? I swear, that's all. Who is that lady? I'm like, bro, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Well, next time I get her, you will have it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
That's what's up.
Okay.
Now, my last question is, what are you going to do different with your career this year that you didn't get to do last year?
That's a good question. You got a lot of good questions.
Thank you.
You know what I think? Because, I don't know, you can call me judgy or not, but I like motivational speakers and shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know a real motivational speaker from one of them motherfucking, well, take this and save this and get a motherfucking business and do the fake shit.
Mm-hmm.
To me, I feel like the one thing you can do that I'm doing now currently to help anything, even if it's a career, is hurt your own feelings first. Mm. That's the number one thing you can do. And it might sound ridiculous, like what you mean, but the truth is the one thing that you would not expect to hurt you, but if it don't hurt you, it's a lie. Mm-hmm. If the truth don't hurt you, somebody around you or a situation around you in some type of way, it wasn't the truth. Because the only thing that can soothe all ends for just a short amount of time is a lie. So when you going into these careers like me, I'm honest with myself. If I don't know how to do something, I got to figure it out. Be honest with yourself. Don't be cheap. If I don't got that bag right now, okay, I need to buckle down and I need to go get that bag. Mm-hmm. If that song was ass, my boy, stop smoking so much weed when you go rap. That song was ass. Like, hurt your own feelings first so that when you come to these realizations, you don't think somebody is just talking shit. No, you realize it for yourself. If I'm going to go do something, I got to do it to the fullest potential. So whenever you see yourself slacking, you be the first one to kick your own ass. So now you're so used to it that you won't accept nothing less. Mm-hmm. When you so used to being like, nope, that wasn't it. You ain't even going to be it. The next time you do it, you're going to be like, that's perfect. Because you done said that's not it so many times, you don't even want to hear that shit no more.
That's how I be. Thank God I'm my own engineer. Because my studio sessions will be hours. Because I'll be like, nope. And I'll be talking shit to myself like, Nell, you serious? Get the...
And that driving.
Yeah.
Yo, Alice in Wonderland, going down that rabbit hole, that's what make you the better artist, the better whatever you want to be. Once you go down that rabbit hole and you chase that motherfucking rabbit down into that goddamn corner, that mean that motherfucker tired. That motherfucker that showed you every escape route he done had, every mistake you done made. Oh, that motherfucker done. So now you ready to chase a motherfucking lion. You ready to chase that big shit now.
Right.
That's what you got to do. You got to keep going down that rabbit hole, and you got to tell yourself, this is not it. Because if this was it, why the fuck I ain't at where I want to be at?
Right.
That's it.
That's exactly it. Damn. That's deep. But that's real shit.
No cap.
Yo, it's the Couch Chronicles and it ain't no fucking limits. I got Rambo on the motherfucking couch. Rambo, I appreciate you for being on the couch. I appreciate you for sharing your story. Seriously, you had me in tears over here. I was like, oh shit, I just did my makeup.
I appreciate it. It's a dream come true for real, because I can't wait to get there and be on the couch. But I'm glad I got to be on, because I had to sit on my own. You know what I'm saying? I'm on the couch in spirit.
Facts.
I appreciate it. I really do. I do appreciate it so much. I thank you for the opportunity.
No problem. Anytime. I can't wait to do a recouch with you and have you on this couch.
Facts, no cap.
Thank you. Y'all make sure y'all follow Rambo on all social media. His Instagram is scrolling on the back. It'll scroll back again. Y'all, it's 222 Make a Wish.
Wish.
Yeah. Oh. Now, how the hell? Oh, I thought my thing hung up. Shit. Yeah. It's 222 Make a Wish. I love y'all. It's the Couch Chronicles. It ain't no fucking limits. I got to go wake my baby up and take her to work because it's about to be work time. I love y'all so much. It's been real. I'll see you again. Thank you so much for being on the couch.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Yes, that was a good one. Y'all, it's the Couch Chronicles and it ain't no fucking limits. I will see y'all on Thursday. Love you. That was a good couch. I love y'all. Y'all, he had me in tears. I was like... Okay. I love y'all. It's the Couch Chronicles and it ain't no